Okay. Welcome to What's Niggling Me. I have no plan. I just had no. I've been going over, watching, reading tons of shit this last week. But I would have touched on some things that are niggling me. I'm going to start off with this while I roll a joint. I told my mom, this is what I want. I want answers to COVID, 9/11, JFK, RFK, MLK. I'm realistic though. It sounds awesome that we're going to get Epstein files. We're not going to find out what happened in that temple on Little St. James. We're not. I would love Epstein client list. I already seen the Little Black Book. There's a fuckload of names in it with tons of contacts for certain people. Bill Clinton has so many contacts. Or Jeffrey Epstein had so many contacts for Bill Clinton. But that doesn't really mean anything, right? Like, we're not going to get any definitive answers on Epstein. This is crazy. So cool that I've got to talk. My 81-year-old aunt said specifically this. My cousin, who, I don't know what the exact title is, but he's searching for people online. He's searching for predators online. That's what he's doing in Canada. So I asked my aunt, I'm curious what he thinks. Does he think we will ever find out who his clients were, and would they be held accountable? Prince Andrew seems like the number one obvious one, right? She says, definitely an inside job. He just rolls his eyes about that suicide. So many people involved with his social circle, and he was good at blackmail. So it's roll the dice on that death. My 81-year-old aunt knows Epstein didn't kill himself. It's my title for today. Let me just put it in my notes. You know how insane that is? How obvious it is when an 80-year-old woman from Canada knows Epstein didn't kill himself? You know how fucking crazy that is? So I would love to know who was procuring young girls from Jeffrey Epstein. I would love to know. Until otherwise, I'm going to believe Bill Gates because of the way his wife spoke about him and Epstein. I'm going to say that Bill Gates was up to no good. I'm going to say Bill Clinton was up to no good because how many women he paid off women. Plus, remember Trump brought Tara Reid and those girls. Trump brought women to one of the debates he had with Hillary. He brought Bill Clinton's accusers to the debate. Savage move. Obviously, the media wasn't going to cover that back then and tell you that, but I remember he did. So, and yeah, Bill Clinton, the shit he was doing with Monica Lewinsky, like, that wasn't just no fucking your intern, vanilla missionary. This guy was having fun. This guy is a wild one. He's a jazz man. Alan Dershowitz. Sue me. I don't give a fuck. Les Wexner. This motherfucker was blackmailed. Les Wexner was so blackmailed that he gave Jeffrey Epstein made him the power of attorney. He could hire and fire anybody he wanted at his companies. Who the fuck would let someone have control of billions of dollars and all of your businesses? How bad do you have to be blackmailed? Nobody questioned it. Why didn't the news question Les Wexner at all? The guy who fucking owned Victoria's Secret, that owned fucking young girls. The Jeffrey Epstein thing is crazy. I know tons. I know tons of Robert Maxwell. I know Ghislaine Maxwell's fucking brothers and sisters are super untrustworthy. I gotta roll this joint. Ghislaine Maxwell's sister, one of them there, they label her as the pioneer, the technology, like, she's the technology pioneer for the World Economic Forum. Ghislaine Maxwell's sister. Nobody fucking mentions that. I would never trust any Maxwells, because Robert Maxwell, who lived many lives and under many names, Robert Maxwell is possibly more fascinating than Jeffrey Epstein. Both of them are pieces of shit. Dead, no rest in peace. Pieces of shit. Robert Maxwell is buried with all the greats of that Israel deems great. The Mount of Olives there. He's buried with all the leaders, the past leaders of Israel. Ghislaine Maxwell's father someone said something like, nobody's done more for Israel than Robert Maxwell. Someone said something like that before. A lot of, I don't know, Mossad, that's like CIA for Israel, but they got a lot of other secret organizations. Some that start with numbers. Israel's had spies on the move. So I don't think we're getting Jeffrey Epstein stuff because Israel controls that information. I think that Jeffrey Epstein worked for Israel. And I think the intel that he gathered, Israel has that information. And that's why the United States bends over backwards for them. Even though Israel is a welfare state, produces nothing for us, they're not in the 14 eyes, the 5 eyes, the 9 eyes. If they're such a great ally, why aren't they in our alliance? No, they got the dirt on fucking powerful people. So I don't expect anything from the Jeffrey Epstein thing. I don't expect it. I will just go to my grave knowing those names that were with him. And I don't fucking trust I didn't trust those people to begin with. Before Jeffrey Epstein. I didn't trust Bill Clinton to begin with. I didn't trust them. So then that's Epstein. JFK, RFK. Now, those are tangled. They're all pretty complicated, right? Yeah, every one of these is pretty complicated. Do we really think that they're going to implicate their own people. Do we really think in any of these, whether it's 9/11, JFK, RFK, MLK? Do you think they're going to name one FBI agent or CIA agent that was involved? Or director? No. They would never throw their agencies under the bus. They already have the lowest probably approval rating ever for government agencies. They're never giving us that information. They're never giving us the information that we want. We're not going to know who killed Jeffrey Epstein. We might know who killed JFK and RFK. They're not going to tell us who organized it, who organized these things. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to tell us who organized these things. That's what's important. Who organized these things? That's what's frustrating. My fucking throat. Now, the only one we're going to get is COVID. We're going to get it. We're going to get all the information on COVID. Anthony Fauci is going to be brought in front of a hearing, a panel for a hearing, for sure. States are going to subpoena him. I'm pretty sure. And they should. We're going to know everything and everyone that was involved in COVID. But we're not going to for 9/11, JFK, RFK, MLK. And it's a shame. I can tell you without a doubt they say Israel, some people in Israel knew that October 7th was going to happen. Some people say that. I watched a lot of footage from both points of view, and it took hours and hours to respond. Go pull up a map of Israel. It's really small. It took what seemed to be like 6 hours to respond to the people from the festival, the Nova Festival. It seemed like 6 hours from fucking a ton of missiles getting launched. A ton of them. They were launching tons of fucking missiles looking like fireworks. Right then, the Iron Dome should have been alerted at 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., somewhere in that window. It was 6 something in the morning. Israel for sure knew that missiles were getting launched. And I don't think it was till afternoon that they got to some of those concert goers, festival goers. I don't know why it took so long. Even some of those people that survived say, like, they complain. I watched them afterwards, and they complained about the response. And you hear some of their calls during it. Bad response for some reason. Now, fucking Bibi Netanyahu went to the United States and said after that, that's their 9/11. It's 20 times 9/11 because this ratio wise. I watched Bibi Netanyahu in 1996 talk about taking over necessary countries that were near him in 1996. And then I watched in 2001 when he had called what was going to happen in his book that he wrote prior to 9/11. He predicted 9/11. Go look it up. Bibi Netanyahu predicted 9/11 in his book before 9/11 happened. And then he went on TV later that day and he encouraged that they go into fucking Iraq. Surprise, surprise. They went into a fucking Iraq on false pretenses. Because Bibi Netanyahu, George Bush, Dick Cheney, they were criminals. George Bush Sr. and Jr. fucking war criminals. Then there's the urban moving systems. There's an unbelievable, actually, amount of Israeli people caught on 9/11 in New York. And they're all allowed to go back to Israel. Even after failed polygraphs, they were allowed to go back to Israel. Where's my phone? I know I have it in here. The Israeli people were using, now we're talking 2001, so it's a long time ago, and they used Otigo. What happens if I Google Otigo? Federal join. Otigo Messenger. Otigo Messenger was an early social networking service based on instant messaging. Back when the Outback, ICQ, Amazon Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, AOL, Instant Messenger. These are the beginning days of the internet. Guess where the headquarters is? Israel. First became available in 1999. Oh, what do we got here? Otigo and the 9/11 investigation. Otigo reported that 2 hours before the September 11th, 2001 attacks, 2 of their employees who were working in an Otigo office in Herzliya Petua, a city near Tel Aviv, received a hostile English electronic instant message non-specifically threatening them that a terrorist attack would happen. They did not mention this to their employer until after they heard reports of a terrorist attack in the United States on the news, after which they informed the company's management. One of Otigo's New York offices was then situated within a mile of the World Trade Center complex. However, the threatening message did not mention the location of an attack. Go look it up. I ain't fucking lying. When they talked about the Middle East in 9/11, they never mentioned Israel. But type in, go search 9/11 Israel. Go look at all the stuff you're going to find. Go find urban moving systems. The FBI grabbed 2 vans, I'm pretty sure, and 1 van got away. JFK didn't want them to have a nuclear missile program. They've integrated themselves very nicely in Western society. Just saying. So, I don't think that we're gonna get any of that information. It's a fucking shame. We're not gonna get who plotted to kill JFK, who plotted to kill RFK, who plotted to kill MLK, who plotted fucking who plotted Epstein's death, who did Epstein have go over to his little temple on Little St. James to meet with young girls. Are we gonna find out? I don't think so. It's a shame. On to the next. What else we got? I would love those things though. But we're gonna get COVID. I know it. We're gonna get it all. Oh, I see, like, people here, not just people here, people everywhere, right? You saw COVID and you saw how people get on board real quick with, like, this is what you're supposed to do. Just put your mask on. Remember hearing that shit? Just put your mask on. Just put your mask on. Just get vaccinated. Just get vaccinated. So just, like, people just guilting you into doing things. I see people are getting all guilted together to try to, like, it's just not feasible, but people get all up in their emotions. People are trying to just buy Canadian products. People are just trying to buy Canadian products while they drive foreign vehicles. I don't know. They all use fucking phones. We don't produce any of them. Unless you got a BlackBerry, and they still go through China. Funny. And when I was coming home from the gym, I saw people, the beer store parking lot, 3 minutes after it opened, I walked by there, and the parking lot's full. I don't know why. I don't really care, but I don't know why. Ooh. Oh man, it really irritates me. So I see all these fucking people in Canada, and there's a percentage of us that have critical thinking. So it's not all of us, but I keep seeing the Canadian people are going to stand behind Ukraine. Not me. Not me. That's not my fucking problem. Your country had an agreement with Russia, and the United States didn't like it, so they interfered. The United States are a bunch of warmongers, like Anthony Blinken. But then we have dumb Justin Trudeau. This guy says he's going to resign. And we're going to get unelected Mark Carney. The first unelected fucking person is going to be the leader of the fucking Liberal Party here. This fucking global fucking piece of shit. Nice job, Brett. Yeah, this global piece of shit, Mark Carney. We don't like him. But Ukraine, that war's over. And Justin Trudeau's giving money away. We don't need to be sending any weapons, none of that shit. That war is over. There's no need to fucking support Ukraine. The fucking European surrounding can fucking do it. You're giving up that fucking land. You're letting those people fucking speak Russian. Letting them fucking do their church shit. Shouldn't have ever been a war. Should have never listened to the fucking Biden administration. Dumb. Europe, the United States, and Ukraine couldn't beat Russia. Let's fucking stop wasting money. Stop wasting lives. That shit's over. Justin Trudeau is a fucking fool. A fool. An embarrassing fool. Justin Trudeau is going to go down as the worst person that's ever led our country. Like, young and old agree on this. Justin Trudeau has been an embarrassment. He's a fucking smug fucking piece of shit. Piece of garbage. His mom seems like she was an MK Ultra fucking victim. She just fucked a bunch of people, took a bunch of drugs, married Justin Trudeau's dad. Looks like she fucked Fidel Castro. She was young and Pierre Trudeau was in his 50s. Wifed her up. Don't know why. Piece of ass, probably. I heard Pierre Trudeau did some nasty things to some young girls. That's what Annette Lucas says. And can't think of the other girl's name, but this other woman's been preaching this shit since the 70s. Fuck Justin Trudeau. I'm gonna buy American products. I don't really care. I want the Liberal Party gone. Danielle Smith is going to be our Prime Minister in the future. I can see it. What else is going on? Doug Ford, the guy who runs Ontario, this guy fucking is a loser. He is running on, he just told the people, he's going to win it anyways. He's going to win. This guy is already running our province. He's going to continue to run it. He is always, his thing is about cheaper beer. It's all about cheaper beer for the people. No, not running on anything positive. What else we got here in my notes? Not financial advice. Right now, there's a lot of fear in the crypto market. It's because a lot of dummies and intelligent people, those fucking North Korean hackers, stole fucking $1 billion worth of fucking Ethereum. But some real assholes took advantage of dumb people and made meme coins, and then dumb people bought a bunch of them and then got the rug pulled out from them and then those assholes sold. And it gives just a bad feeling and bad taste in people's mouths about the crypto market. People should be investing in my opinion, things that are going to do something. Right? Now, Bitcoin is different. They use it as a store of value instead of a payment system. It used to be a payment system in the beginning of Bitcoin, but it's slow. Like, it's not that fast. Not financial advice. XRP, that's a fast payment system. You can use that. Ripple's XRP, that's a fast payment system. You can use that as a payment system instead of credit card online or whatever. I can understand if you fall for the Libra one, only because the Prime Minister backed it, rather than some celebrity like Adam 20. And he's not a celebrity, he's a fucking loser. He's a fucking cuck. Yeah, like, honestly, I don't mean to demonize anybody's fetishes, but it's hard for me to respect you if you let people fuck your wife. But I thought that guy was a piece of shit before he was even doing that. But why are people buying anything Adam 22 is promoting? That's wild. Profit over humanity. I have that in caps in my phone. What time in the day or night was it? Did I write that? 2:14 in the afternoon last week. This guy from Ghana told me that he's never gotten an electrical shock until he came to Canada. Like, if you fucking touch a car handle door and you get a shock or something. I don't know the answer. I don't even know how to look it up because it's a weird question to ask. Actually, you know what? I'll put it in my notes and I'll use AI. Google and shit. It can't tell me it, but I can have a talk with ChatGPT or something, and I can try and figure out why in Africa do they don't. This guy's 40-something years old. He's never gotten a shock touching anything. Crazy. Why do we get that in Canada? I don't know the answer. I don't know if it's power lines under the ground and they have them above ground. It's a guess. I have zero clue. Candace Owens. She's fucking hilarious. She's left me with is Brigitte Macron. Really? Emmanuel Macron's dad. Because vice is nice, but incest is best. Pretty wild. Emmanuel, I don't know if he was accompanied by Brigitte, came to meet Mr. Trump and talk about Ukraine. That shit's gonna be over. It's over. It's over, Justine Trudeau. Let's go into the pictures. What do we got? Suge Knight claims Ray J, Snoop Dogg were involved in murders of Whitney Houston, Tupac. Huh. It's hard to believe anything this fucking guy says. He's been yapping his mouth for a few years now. While he's in there. I can believe Snoop Dogg had something to do with it. I can believe it. I don't think that's far-fetched. Whitney Houston, it's a tough one. It's a shame. I remember my mom cried when Whitney Houston died that night. She heard. Whitney Houston probably had the best voice ever. I think, in my opinion, the best ever was Whitney Houston, possibly. She loved cocaine, unfortunately. But I can believe she got taken out. 100%. I don't know what Ray G's got to do with it. I like a few of his songs. Made Kim Kardashian famous. I remember those tapes back in the day. Her kids are gonna see them eventually. Sucks. Gonna be a lot of those girls that their kids are gonna see them getting fucked. Doing wild shit. What do you call it? Because Kim was doing some wild shit. I'm liking it. Do you know Jim Smith? This guy's got the most generic fucking name. But I was telling my aunt, which is crazy to be telling my aunt this, but she's like, talking about you gotta make the connections. She's like, you gotta watch who owns the newspapers. And I'm like, damn. My aunt, like, knows the game. So I told her, you know Jim Smith? This guy was on the board of Pfizer, the Atlantic Council, the World Economic Forum partnering against corruption initiative, and Reuters, the fact-checking fucking site. So, the guy that's on the board of Pfizer, and he's on the board of the fact-checking site, and he's on the board of the corruption initiative. Isn't it weird that we didn't see anything bad ever being said about Pfizer? From Carlisle, Kentucky, went to Marshall University. Business executive and a journalist. Sure, buddy. I don't think you're allowed to be the CEO of Thomson Reuters. The board of Pfizer. That seems like a conflict of interest. It seems like this guy's supposed to be fighting corruption. Okay? Those are, but like, everyone's like, move on. Who cares that this guy's profiteering fucking off of people's health? Even though they've been sued and settled for billions of dollars. I'm supposed to trust this guy. Jim Smith. Great. I'm gonna have to do some research on this one. Just throwing this story out here. Carissa, no, this is super difficult always when you read these things. Carissa Marie Radcliffe, who was convicted of raping a 13-year-old girl, is under investigation for multiple sexual assaults against other inmates after coming out as transgender and being transferred to Grand Valley Institution for Women, a women's prison in Ontario. So it's real tough to dissect this. I'm not good at it yet. Carissa Marie Radcliffe, I think, is somebody that's born a guy, and this is the name that they've changed. They've become a girl, and Carissa Marie is apparently. This is what I think. I don't know. I'm not trying to be wrong. I have a hard time understanding these situations. Carissa Marie Radcliffe, I'm pretty sure was a guy. Raped a 13-year-old girl. Got put in jail. Said, I'm a girl. And because we live in Canada under our dumb liberal government, we're like, oh, we don't want to offend you. You feel like a girl, we'll put you in the girls' prison. And now is under investigation for multiple sexual assaults against other inmates. Huh. Doug Ford, you're pandering on we're going to make alcohol prices cheaper. Get people that are born a guy out of women's prisons. They don't belong. If you're born a fucking guy, you should never be in a women's prison. No. I think you're dumb as fuck if you think that. Fucking insane. This is our liberal government. I see Americans fucking posting online, dumb as fuck, talking about we need to go to Canada. Our fucking government is a bunch of idiots. They think no age is too young to trans your kid. You know what I'm hearing? There was this thing about, I thought it was true, that apparently there were these residential schools, schools that they made Native kids go to back in the day. And apparently there was a bunch of bodies at these schools. And I've been hearing lately, they haven't found any. No, I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna try to figure it out, because my guess is if it's not true, they're gonna hide that because they probably spent a lot of money looking. But let's get the Native people some clean fucking water, Justin. Fuck sending Ukraine money. Let's get some Native people some clean water that we put them on the reserves there. Oh, this girl died. Michelle Trachtenberg. Pretty fucked up. I seen that it said she died of liver failure, maybe. I haven't seen that girl in a long time, but she was hot when I was a kid, and she was in that Euro Trip movie. I think that's the movie that the song Scotty Doesn't Know is from. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Euro Trip. I don't think it's Road Trip. Maybe it's Road Trip, but I think it's Euro Trip. And they went to like Amsterdam and shit. Like that's where they drank absinthe and stuff. I was pretty young. Maybe I was in like grade 10 or 11 or something. And that was a cool movie, Euro Trip. I don't think they make movies like that anymore. But that was cool when I was growing up. Man, weird. What am I seeing? Eric Prince. Hate this guy. Told my mom, I was like, you complain about Elon and Trump. There are way more nefarious creatures out there. And Eric Prince is one of them. This guy's all about private contractor work. This guy is a murderer. Blackwater founder Eric Prince offers to privatize mass deportations for the White House. I think if you're illegal that you need to go back to where you're from. But I don't think Eric Prince should be in charge of it. You know what will happen if that Eric Prince will? There'll be investigations into how these people died. Because there's going to be people that die if this guy's in charge. Eric Prince. Do not trust. I see fucking people like Sean Ryan promoting this guy's phone. Nobody should ever trust this guy. It is his phone. This guy is talking about you can get this guy's pitch is the government can get into your phone, tap your phone. Not Eric Prince's phone. Horrible human being. Look up Eric Prince. Not hard to find out how horrible of a person that guy is. And he should never be trusted. How crazy would this be? Don't know if this is true yet. Scented wax melts create particles in indoor air that are comparable to particles found in diesel exhaust. Sensies, I think, is what those things are called, and other things. Glade plugins, maybe. I don't even know if that's a thing. But you know those like they're usually like fancy little dishes or whatever. And you plug them in and they melt and smell good. Imagine if those things are bad for us. I know I've had them fucking. Girls like them. So that'll be pretty bad for the last 10, 20 years maybe that we've been using those things. We've just been burning a bunch of garbage into the air in our places. Doesn't surprise me. Do I think, what did I just see? Is Bitcoin, who created Bitcoin? Someone did. I think Jack Dorsey did. Put in my notes that maybe I'll try and put together some clips to give you why I think that someone created Bitcoin. Not the only other option, but I think the other option, to me, is unfortunately the government, like the CIA and the government. Not the blanket like that. Like CIA. Nah. I think Jack Dorsey created it. And unfortunately, hedge funds and banks are going to corrupt it. Paige Buckers. She's hot and good at basketball. But she's pandering. If you're good at basketball, you don't have to thank black people. They're the majority of the fucking people that play in the league. Why are you thanking them? That doesn't make any sense. No white guy in the NBA thanks the black guys. You can thank the white and the black guys in the NBA, because if there was no NBA, there'd be no WNBA, because there'd be no money. It doesn't make any sense to do the identity thing and pander. It's stupid. It's stupid. You're good at basketball, you don't got fucking thank black people. It feels fucking weird. Shit. What do we got over here? Jillian Michaels, she's fucking badass. Highly recommend her podcast. Israel told you they're gonna take Syria. They're gonna take all those countries down the canal. Trump's fucking dumb posting that fucking stupid Gaza video on his Instagram the other night. Fucking idiot. I'm curious if those European countries are gonna crumble. They're crumbling. Tim Dillon's gonna do a Steve Bannon podcast, apparently. Be excited to watch that. It'll be fucking hilarious, in my opinion. With lots of facts in there. Jake Tapper. It's fucking annoying hearing that person talk. He's a loser. Listen to him talk for 2 minutes. He's a loser. And he is gonna pretend he didn't cover for Biden the whole time. Jen Paskey, that's her fucking name. She's dumb. That's all I gotta say about her. She's dumb. We need that first quarter. We need a good first quarter so the market can boom. We need a good NVIDIA report. Highly recommend watching Glenn Greenwald. I'm not going to give you news like that. That guy's going to tell you what's going on in global affairs. Let's see what else, if I got something else here. I don't know how long this has been going on. Ugh, Justin Trudeau declares support for Ukraine. Ukrainians will triumph because they are fighting for what is right. You're a fucking loser. Is this true as well? Doug Ford, Ontario judge suggests a 52-year-old man was flirting when he sent a 15-year-old girl porn videos. Shaden Sharp, massive poster. I think he's from London, Canada. Kanye is the funniest. Just like Trump. You can hate him, but he's funny. Thank you, everyone, for participating in this social experiment. Thank you and love you to my fellow rappers. Thank you and love you to all black women. Thank you and love you, and thank you and love to all gays. Thank you and love to all Jews. Thank you and love to all gay Jews. Thank you and love to all gay Jew rappers. Thank you to all broke Edwards. Thank you to the internet trolls. Thank you for all neurodivergence. And a special thank you to Elon. I actually love everybody, especially fat women. This guy's the funniest. Tell me he's not the funniest. Justin Trudeau. Russia funds its war in Ukraine with oil. And to evade Western sanctions, Russia uses a shadow fleet of ships to illegally transport Russian oil to the world. In Kiev, I announced new sanctions on 109 oil tankers and vessels. We are cutting off Russia's war machine. Good luck, dummy. What are we doing about it in Canada? Huh? What are we doing about it? Good luck. Our military is minuscule compared to fucking theirs. And with all the chaos in the world, this is nice and simple. Today, a first grader told me that she doesn't need to learn what I'm teaching because she wants to be a pineapple when she grows up. That's the world we're living in. Something nice and lighthearted. Saw a bear trying to get on a hammock. It's crazy how hard it tried. Seen this video 2 times now. Final moments of a spacecraft as it flies into the sun. I watch it, and it looks like it's spinning around. But you don't see the sun. It doesn't make any sense. The video doesn't make any sense. This guy, Oakley founder James Jannard, lists his brutalist Beverly Hills fortress for $68 million. I checked this place out. It's fucking crazy to build something like this. It is straight up a fortress. It's crazy looking. Space Force has released the first ever in-orbit photo from Boeing's X-37, the Pentagon's top secret spacecraft. Not top secret anymore. How the fuck am I supposed to believe if this thing is fucking real? I don't fucking know. You have to just believe it. You can't prove that shit. I don't know. Sure. David Whitaker. Oh shit. Well, this is Trump's dumb movie, or dumb video. David Whitaker, though. Check this basketball player out. He's 13 years old. He's been... this last year, it's crazy how good he's getting at 13 years old. I can't believe Trump has this video on his fucking Instagram still. 1.9 million people have fucking forwarded it. It's so dumb. Literally, not one serious person is liking that post. I cannot believe it. I wonder what Donald Jr. says about it. Why? Why does Trump have to do that? You know who's a real fucking loser? Neil deGrasse Tyson. That guy's a real fucking loser. And there's just many reasons. Just watch him talk. Like he's just an idiot. We'll end on this because I don't know how much time, but this woman is so dumb. This woman is a huge reason that our economy has fallen apart. Our finance minister, who resigned after Trump bullied her, and she wanted to try and run for prime minister, and Mark Carney has ruined her chances. I don't like him. I don't like her. She is a fucking puppet for the World Economic Forum, pushes carbon tax. But I read Mark Carney's book, and I'm going to read some excerpts from this fucking piece of shit. Because that's going to be our next unelected prime minister. But Chrystia Freeland claims that a 4-year-old girl asked her to stop Trump from invading Canada, which drove her to run for prime minister. That's a fucking lie. Can you imagine saying a stupid lie like that? That's stupid. That lie is stupid. Chrystia Freeland, you're a bozo. Your grandpa was the editor for a newspaper for the Nazis in Poland. Chrystia Freeland, your grandpa was a Nazi collaborator that they, for some reason, allowed to move to Alberta from Poland. But he's Ukrainian. I know that's why we give them a bunch of money. Because you seem like your allegiance is to Eastern Europe and not Canada. If you watch this far, deuces.